Okay, you will be receiving for homework a packet which has, I promise you, there's a problem on the packet that matches every problem on the test. Very similar to every problem on the test. Okay? There's one exception is the packet doesn't have the interest problems, but I think the test is really nice because it's multiple choice, and the test actually gives you the formula to use for interest. Do you have a note? Yeah. Danny, you need to get a board, a rag. Well, looks like there's one board left right there behind you.
All right, thank you.
A board, a marker, and you can use the eraser. Heather, can you see that eraser next to you? You can pass it up to Danny's desk. Look, in the baggie, there are markers. And they already put the eraser on your desk.
Thank you.
Okay. There are two different interest formulas we've gone over. A of t equals little a times 1 plus or minus r raised to the t, and a of t equals PERT. The reason we have plus and minus on the first one is because if it is a growth, we add. If it is a decay, we subtract. Okay? Growth, we add. Decay, we subtract. So one of these represents compounded continuously. The other one represents annually compounded, which means just annual interest, once a year. Do you know which is which? Arbor?
Yeah, the PERT is compounded, and the compounded is way down.
Great. Yes. So make a note of that. Compounded continuously is PERT. And they could even say compound. Sometimes they sneak the word annual in there too. Continuously compounded annually, don't let that throw you off. If it says continuously compounded, use PERT. And only annual, use the one above. Okay. The test is nice, though. It tells you which formulas. Okay, so write down anything important that I say. In an investment account, you invest $2,500 into the account, which incurs an interest at a rate of 4.2%. How much will be in the account after 15 years? Compounded annually. I forgot to say that part. Okay? So, Adam, you need to take the earbud out. Next time I take it. All right, let's see. Aiden, what's something you wrote down? Compounded annually. We have annual interest. Okay, Gentry, what's something you got? Yeah, $2,500 initially. Okay, Anna, what else? Okay, Haley?
4.2%.
Our rate is 4.2%. Okay. Anything else? All right. The question, which was what? Yeah, the balance after 15 years. Okay. So, which formula do we use? The first one, because it's annually. Okay, so it's just plug and chug. Formulas are nice because we just plug in information. A of t, the amount after time. Do we know the amount after time?
No.
No, that's what we were trying to find. And what is the time we're looking at? 15. Okay, guys, this is not multiplication right here. This is just a formula saying we're looking at the formula when time is 15. So don't think that that's 15. Times by 15, we have to divide by it. It's not. Okay? Little a represents the initial amount, same as P represents principal amount, which are both the starting amounts. Okay, Danny, what's the initial amount? D, sorry. D, what's the initial amount? You and Danny actually sit in the same seat. It's confusing to me. The initial amount, you don't know? Yeah, 2,500. Oops, another 0. Okay, times 1. Okay, plus or minus. Is our account going to be a growth or a decay? Growth, so we'll put plus. Now what's the rate? Okay, here's where people make a mistake. What's wrong with 0.42? It's 42%. That'd be a great interest rate. Unfortunately, no one has that interest rate, right? We have to move the decimal twice. 1, 2, 0.0. Squeeze in a 0 there. 0.042. And then time, we already said, was 15. If you notice, everything on the right-hand side is a number, which means you can just plug and chug. Find the balance of the account, round it to the nearest penny. After 15 years. Don't forget the exponent. Ooh, this is a good one. Careful how you round it. When you have it, write it on your board, round it to the nearest penny, nice and large, and hold your boards up. Maybe, probably. Write it large enough I can see it, especially if you're in the back. Round to the nearest penny. You need a $sign and a penny. Penny would be the second number after the decimal, so we need 2 numbers after the decimal. There we go. Thank you. Yes. Round to the nearest penny. Hold it up on the board. Good. Actually, you're off by $1. Yes, and the $sign actually goes in front. Yes. No. Yes. Okay, if we run into nearest penny, we should actually put the pennies. $1. $1, Bob? Are you playing the prices right? Okay, 8. You just have to type this into your calculator. Ariana? Or, confused Paula, sorry. 2,500, parenthesis, 1 plus 0.042, close the parenthesis, raise it to the 15th power. Yeah. Okay? Guys, this is a story problem, so you need a unit. Some are putting numbers up without a unit. That's good, Macon. Try it again. Okay, this is what you come up with, and let's round it to the nearest penny.
Yeah, so what is it for?
No, actually. Because the penny is right here. So the 7 tells us how to round it. 5 or more up the score, 4 or less, let it rest. So 7 is more than 5. So we have to up the score. 99 cents upped $1, which makes it 4,634. And technically, if we're rounding to the penny, you should actually go out to the place value that was requested. And you do have a $sign. Any questions about that? Those who were getting weird numbers, have you been able to come up with the correct one? Yeah? Okay, another interest problem. Erase your boards, please. Your paper, your scratch paper you have out, if there's anything that you have like an aha moment, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Or I just learned something, you should probably write it down. Right, Emmanuel? Hi. Oops, what happened there? Went to the wrong thing. Okay. Oh. Next problem. You place an account, $1,000, with a continuously compounded interest rate of 3.8%. How much will be in the account after 12 years? Okay. Louisa, what's something important? The question, the balance after 12 years, yes. Okay? What else is important, Silver? The rate, 3.8%. Okay, Austin? $1,000 initial amount placed in. Okay. Anything else important? M? Thank you. That's very important. Compounded continuously. That was the last one I was looking for. Compounded continuously. Because it's compounded continuously. It's an S. Compounded continuously, what formula do we use? PERT. Okay. E is a number. It's a good observation. E is a number. Okay, so plug and chug. We just have to, the formulas, guys, will be on the test. They're very nice there. You just have to know how to plug into them. Okay. Nui. Do we know the amount after time? The time is 12. I agree with that. Do we know the amount that will be in the balance after 12 years? No, that's what we're looking for. So we put A of 12. Remember, 12 is not multiplying, it's just saying we're looking at the function when it equals 12. Okay, P represents principal amount, starting amount. Jibs. E is a number. Remember, there are two different E buttons on your calculator. Find them really quick. What are the E buttons? Yeah, the one right above division is just E itself, and if you type it in, 2.718. The one with the exponents is above. Not sign, actually. Okay, that's capital E. We need lowercase e. It is actually different. So that's a good clarification. The natural log. Underneath the log is ln. Okay, see that? And above ln, third button up, is e to the x. Okay, that's the one we'll be using. The rate. Noah, what's the rate going to be? Excellent. So you move the decimal twice. 0.038. And the time we've already discussed is 12. Now I would suggest, before typing this in, to avoid doing your exponents wrong, I would suggest multiplying those together first. Okay, everyone multiply those together first, please. Benito, do you have the product? 0.456, yep. Since E is a number, we can now just type this in. Okay, 1,000 times E raised to the 0.456. Everyone do that? When you have the balance after 15 years, or after 12 years, write it on your board, round it to the nearest penny. Hold up your board. Make sure you're rounding correctly.
I have the markers.
Okay, well there's more markers. Come trade. There's more markers in there. Yeah, you need a dollar sign. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you just need a dollar sign. Yes. Good. These are looking much better. Yes, yes. You rounded your penny wrong. You didn't round your cents correctly, Benito. Yes, yes. I can't quite see that. Yes, good. These are looking a lot better. You need a dollar sign. Okay, so we should have gotten 1,577.750345 on the calculator. So look at the penny. After the penny comes a 0. 5 or more up the score, 4 or less, let it rest. So what do we do with the 5? Let it rest. So 1,577 and 75 cents is the correct value. Okay. Any questions on interest? All right, then we're going to move to logs. So I've created a, oh, I can't reach that. Come over here. A couple of review problems. Condensing, starting with condensing logs. Oops. Alright, as we go through these, I will probably help you with the first and then let you try the next one. And, I do have my Smart Ink. Is it going to let me write on the board today? I hope it lets me write on the board today. Yay, yesterday it wasn't letting me write. Okay. Would everyone please write the problem down on your whiteboards? Oops. 4. Write it down on your whiteboards. We're going to work this first one out together. The directions say condense each expression to a single logarithm. Guys, I promise you, the problems on the test were just regenerated, which means it creates new numbers. So every problem on this that we go over in the review was regenerated again, has a similar problem on the test. Okay, so if you have questions, you need to make sure you ask them to get them clarified. How do we condense into a single log? What's this thing that you're doing? I would agree with circling something.
Yeah.
What can we circle?
No, you go from the 4 to the 2.
4 to, oh, I'm just going to circle 20 and 4. Why would I circle those? I wouldn't call them like terms necessarily. They have like placement. Haley? Do you agree with that, Em? That these are exponents?
Yeah.
What do you think, Nathan? Do you think these are exponents and we can go like this? What? Oh, that's an interesting thought. I've never actually thought about it that way. Huh, yeah. I think factoring out would maybe give us a little too far away from the answer, but technically they could factor because it's the quantities. I never thought about it that way. But let's put it up as the exponent. Log base 4 of 2 raised to what exponent? 20. Minus log base 4 of 3 raised to what exponent? 4. So you have 3 numbers on different levels. Okay, so make sure you're very distinct. What's the base, what the part is, and what the exponent is. Our bases are the same, so we have a little chant, don't we? When dealing with these logs, when the base is the same, when we do what? We have to subtract. Or when we subtract, we have to do what? Subtract. Good. Whoa, what? I heard one wrong word. Divide, subtract. Divide, subtract. Subtract, divide. Subtract, divide. Those go together. Okay, so order is important, though. So when we condense into a single log, we're going to make it into a division problem. Notice the base stays the same. But order is important. Which one becomes our numerator?
The 2.
The first one. It's in the order it's written. The first one is your numerator, 2 to the 20th. So our denominator would be, good, 3 to the 4th. Okay? So take a look over there, A, B, C, or D. C. C. Okay? Erase your board. I'm going to give you the next one to try on your own. Number 2, I'm just going to give you, this is how, listen please, listen please. This is how the computer prints it. When I've written it in class before, this is actually, I write the fraction in front, so just remember that divide by 2 is actually the fraction timesing by 1/2. So I'm just going to scribble those out. Okay? Write it on your board. Condense, it says, I'll write it over here. It says 1/2 log base 5 of 10 plus 1/2 log base 5 of 11 plus, that's a weird plus sign, plus 1/2 log base 5 of 3. The directions say condense into a single logarithm. Okay, I recommend circling something and moving it first. I recommend circling something and moving it first. Okay, please try it out on your board. When you think you need to have 3 steps: the problem, the work, the answer boxed up. When you have that, raise it up and I'll let you know how you're doing. Okay, do it on the board. No, I'll pick up the marker there. Write down the problem. Do it on the board so I can see your work. Hold it up when you're done. Remember, divide, subtract, divide, subtract. Here I see add. What goes with add? What goes with add? There you go. Okay, when you have it, put your board up. Okay, it looks like we might be needing a hint. What should you circle and move up? The 1/2 on every single one of them. That becomes an exponent. Move it up. 1/2, move it up. 1/2, move it up. Yes, good. I have one person that has it. Okay, that's the first step, Cassie. You need to keep going, though. You don't actually... Look at the answers, Ariana. Do any of them have decimals? Well, it has to match one of the answers. So we have either square roots or a fraction choice. Did you not do it? Let's see it, then. Adam, let's see yours, too.
I didn't do it.
Okay, guys. Guys, you need to take this seriously. A 100-point test. First test on your grade. This is will be on your grade to show your parents at parent-teacher conference. I promise you, there is a problem just like this. It is multiple choice. Hi. Yes, it's just one person? Yeah. Okay. Let's go over it. If you bring it up, we have log base 5 of 10 raised to the 1/2. Please write down these steps. I need you to be practicing. Oops, this is the log first. Practicing, write it down so it'll go through your brain, down through your arm, and you form muscle memory. The more you practice, the more you'll be prepared. Okay? Now, I see multiply, or I see add, which we already discussed, becomes multiply, multiply, add, multiply, multiply, add, multiply. So we have to multiply all of those parts. What's 10 times 11 times 3? What? 330, okay? But everything is raised to the 1/2 power. Do you see how each of those have a 1/2 power? So it's 332 to the 1/2 power. Any questions how we're getting 330 or anything there? Yeah, we times 10, 11, and 3 together. Okay. Well, how come that does not match what's on the answer choices? Okay, what does it mean to simplify it? Oh, remember, the exponent 1/2 is actually the square root. Square root is the exponent 1/2. Well, that's a square root. That's something you need to know. What about the cube root? The cube root is actually the exponent what? 1/3. Cube root has a 3, so it would be 1/3 as an exponent. Okay, fourth root would be 1/4 as the exponent. So the square root is the exponent 1/2. So therefore it is which answer? C. Okay, before I clear this, are there any questions? Danny, put that away.
I'm sorry, I didn't text my mom.
You can text her between classes.
Okay.
Okay. Next one, it says expand. I'll help you with the first one, and then I expect you to actually do the fourth one by yourself. Okay, write it down on your board, please. Alright, mine's already written. I'll just use that. Log base 8 of x to the 5th over y raised to the 2nd power. Expand. This is going reverse. Here it's a single log. We need to expand it. Pull it apart. The first thing you should be doing is looking for what do we circle that moves? The 2. Right. Where does this 2 go? Not just somewhere, it goes somewhere specific. In the front of the log being times. Okay, Silver? Okay, you can do this in 2 different ways. I just think the second option I'm going to show you right now, some people will forget. You could combine it with the exponents inside, but what people will forget, they'll go, oh, 5 and 2 makes 10, because it's power rule, you times, but they'll forget to do the y, and they'll just put y. But it should be y squared. Okay? But you can do that, you just don't forget you have the 2, the squaring goes to both. But or if we move it in front first, then I think that would save us from making errors. Okay, you should be writing down every step. Okay? Now the exponent is gone. What do we do to expand? Oh, why are you saying subtract? Divide, subtract. Divide, subtract. Now it goes in order. 2 log base 8. They both have 2 log base 8. Which one comes first? Order is important. Yeah, like you read a book, top to bottom, right? X to the 5th. Then subtract 2 log base 8. So they both get the 2 log base 8 of y. Okay? Let's take a look down below. Why don't those match? The 5. This 5 is an exponent. Where do exponents go? In the front, and it becomes 2 plus 5 times 7 log base 8 of 7. What am I doing? That's my fake answer I was giving you before. 10 log base 8 of x minus 2 log base 8 of y. Does that match any of the answers?
Yeah.
Which one? Ow. Okay, why is it not B? Why is B not the right answer? What's wrong with B? Oh, it's addition, so it's very close. But you have to know that's supposed to be subtraction. Any questions on number 3? Okay. Clear your boards, please. I want you to do this one all by yourself. We've talked about this. I see a root. We've talked about this. A square root is what exponent?
2.
No. 1/2. Square root is the exponent 1/2. 1 over 2. So think, I see a cube root. It must be what exponent? 1/3. That's your only hint. Now, please expand it. Expand it. And when you have it, raise it up on the board, please. I want to see the problem, the work, and the answer. Okay, that's the first step. Keep going. Yeah, good. Macon, are you working on it? Mm-mm. B as in boy? Mm-mm. Yep. 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 Okay. Okay, do you know which one that matches? Yep. Good, we're getting a lot of people on this side. I need some more on this side of the room. Figuring it out. Yep. Uh-huh. Those all need the logs in front of them, but then it would be good. Excellent, this one's looking a lot better. So, the first thing you should have done is what the hint was. With x, y, and z, they all have an exponent of what? 1/3. Manuel, what do we do with the 1/3 now? We do what?
Oh, I don't know.
The 1/3 is an exponent. Thank you. It goes to the front. Okay? So, I have 1/3 log base 5 of x times y times z. Even at this point, you can look at the answers and you should know what it is right away because of the 1/3. I mean, what has 1/3? D has 1/3. The computer just writes it differently than I do, but dividing by 3 is the same as timesing by 1/3. Okay? Or you can work it out all the way, and we know when we multiply, we do what? Multiply, add, multiply, add. That's why that's this one.
Also, we should always remember that when we, like, when it comes down to the answer, we multiply the answer has to be added.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So you should automatically know to cancel out choices A and C, right, Ariana? Because those are subtracts. Okay, you can use process of elimination. Good, okay, I think the next one's a different type. Clear your boards, please. I'll help you with the first one. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I know. All right, write this equation down on your board, please. Okay? Write that equation on your board, please. There are a couple... Shh, please listen. Joseph, where are you going? There's a fan right next to you. You can plug it in and turn it on. We'll plug it in. The plug's right behind it. Sorry, there's really nothing I can do about the temperature other than the fan. Yeah. Okay, put it on high and it'll blow right on you. Okay. But with the fan, it makes it louder, so I'd appreciate it if you keep your conversations to a minimum so that we can still hear and learn. Okay. There are a couple different ways you can approach this problem, because it says sketch the graph, but since it's multiple choice, the graphs are already on the paper. One of them's the correct one. You could graph it on your calculator and take a look, or you could remember things about exponents. We know we have an AH and a K. Okay, AH and K, and there's two different things about the bases. If the base, which in this case is a 5, is greater than 1, what type of graph is it? Is it a growth or a decay if it's greater than 1? It would be a growth. If the base, oh my gosh, I'm like having issues with my brain today. Growth. And it's one like absolute value. If the base is a fraction between 0 and 1, what type of graph would it be? A decay. Well, right, if A was negative. This is talking about B. Okay, so here we have 5. So is it going to be a growth or a decay? It's greater than 1, so it would be a growth. Okay? So, Lisa, if it's a growth, which graph can we automatically say is not it? Because it's not showing me a growth. C, good. We can cancel out C. The next things is AH and K. You guys remember what AH and K represent? H and K. Horizontal shift, vertical shift. Alphabetical order, horizontal comes first, vertical comes second.
Opposite same.
Thank you. Opposite. Opposite, same. Okay, so we can see right here a horizontal shift. It says -1, so which way does that shift?
Horizontal.
Goes right. How much? 1. So take a look at the graphs. Here's like the y-axis. They're all to the right of the y-axis, so that might not help us too much, but this one would. What shift is the +2? Up 2. So let's look at where it's plateauing at +2. Is this one plateauing at +2? Is this one plateauing at +2? Is this one plateauing at +2? Nope, so you guys said yes in the right one. Or we could graph it on our calculators. Pick out your calculators, hit the y = button. This is how you would type it in. Since 1/4 is a fraction, we must do parentheses, so practice typing it in. Pick up your calculators. Parenthesis, 1 divided by 4. Close the parenthesis, times 5 to the... Now, x minus 1 are both in the exponent, so we have to do parenthesis in order for your calculator to know both of those belong in the exponent. Once you close the parenthesis, the calculator knows, okay, exponent's over, and this +2 is not part of the exponent. Okay, so if you graph it, take a look at it. What if your window's messed up? Hit the zoom button, and you go to Z standard. Okay. All right, I would like you to do this one. I think it's another graphing problem. Okay, I'll write it larger so those in the back can see it. Okay. You have different options. You can graph on the calculator and just take a peek and see which one matches. Or you can use your knowledge of growth and decay and the horizontal shifts and vertical shifts. Okay, and when you think you... Ow! Oh, I need to go to a doctor. Okay, when you think you have your answer, hold it up on your board. Good. Yep, good. Benito, think about what the base is. If the base is a fraction, is it a growth or a decay? Good, no. You should be able to, nope, it's close though. You should be able to eliminate. Look at the base, guys. The base is 1/2. Is that a growth or a decay? 1/2. If the base is a fraction, is that going to be a growth or a decay? It's a decay, so it cannot be A or B. Then the next thing, the most helpful thing would be, where is it shifting vertically? Plateauing at +1. Which one's plateauing at +1? C is. D is plateauing at +2. Okay, next problem. Erase your boards. Good. This is evaluate its log. We've actually done one problem like this already today. Evaluate the log. Look at the base. Can we just plug this into our calculator? No. It's not base 10. So how do we fix that in order to type it in?
So base 10 would make the
Okay, it's not a base. It's the wrong base. So what do we need to do in order to get it in our calculator? Common base, which there's a formula we learned last time. Change of, guys, it's the wrong base. Change of base. Didn't we learn formula? Change of base? Yes, we did. We've already done a problem like this today. Which one's higher? 81. So we, yeah, so you know it. Maybe you just don't know the title. Log 81 divided by log 3, and this would be showing your work. Your homework tonight will give you all the answers. All you have to do is show work. So that's how I show work, showing that I understand change of base. Log 81 divided by log 3, and we're choosing it to be base 10. And you would get 4. Correct. Oh, I need a substitute. My back hurts really bad. Okay, here's another one. Change of base. Do it. And guys, the test won't say change of base. It will say evaluate. And you have to know, oh, that's change of base. Arbor? Hold it up, please. Good. Good. However, I would like to actually see the work. Thank you for showing me the work, because on your assignment tonight, I've given you all the answers. I can't see that, but... Okay. Yeah. Good. Those are looking a lot better. Yes. Yes. So which log do we put on top? Oh. Yep. And which one goes on bottom then? 5. Okay, so we get C. Do you not? Okay. Is it in manual? You don't get it? Okay, rewrite each in exponential form. This is what we were practicing last class. Well, actually not last class. Exponential form. Right now it's in log form. I will help you with this one, yeah? What? Log 125 divided by log 5. Make sure you type it in the right order. Yeah, you have to do the log. Thanks for asking that question. Okay. This is currently logarithmic form because it says log.
So what if you're exponential?
The directions asked us to change to exponential, yes. Whenever you're changing forms, that's the cycle. But where do you always start? The base. Silo, what's the base? 64. Okay, guys, to show work, you would write the problem down, and then you show your starting point, which is 64. That's the base. 64 is the base. Exponential means it's going to have an exponent. So we raise it to negative 1/3. Remember, you always cross sides. Equals 1/4. So take a look. A, B, C, or D. Be very cautious because they all look really close to the same thing. A, B, C, or D. C. Okay? Always start at the base. And you just do the circle of logs. Okay? Try this one on your own. Okay? Write it down. Show me your work. And hold up your board. Well, yeah. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. Your finger was covering it. Yes. Yes. Good. Everything I've seen so far has been excellent. Yes, excellent. Okay, so what's the base, guys? Y raised to the x equals, so that would be C. Okay? I think everyone's doing that correctly. Are there any questions on changing to exponential? Yeah? Oh, it is B. You are correct. I circled the wrong one. Okay, did everyone catch that? I totally circled the wrong one. Not that one. It is this one. B. Sorry, thanks for catching that, Eric. Okay,
You really saved the day, Eric. Really?
you did.
I did.
Go the other way. Here's exponential. I think you guys can do it without me showing you a problem. Here's exponential. Change it to logarithmic. You always start at the base and always cross sides. So when you're going to logarithmic, you should actually have log in your answer.
Oh, I know.
Okay, hold them up when you have your answer. Yes. No, I think yours is backwards a little bit. Yes. 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 I think so. No, yours is backwards a little bit. Remember, you need to cross sides when you do the cycle. Okay, yes. Can we see Heather? Yes. Okay, Danny, Lisa, have I seen yours? Good. Making I can't see it. Yes. Okay, great. Styles, where do we start? That's the base. So automatically you should know it's not these two. Because the base has to be 1/7. Okay, so log base 1/7 of the next fraction equals 3. So it is B. Well, come get a different marker. Maybe I just put 6 new markers in that bag yesterday. Okay, try the next one. Change it to logarithmic. Styles, let's see if I have another pack. Here, Styles, you can choose your color. I have 5 new ones right here. And put the extra ones in the baggie. Okay, guys, change it to logarithmic form. Quick, quick. You're backwards. Eric has it correct. Yes. 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 Now it's good. Yes. Yes. I think. Let me see that again. It's backwards. Yes. Yes. Maybe. I can't see that. Okay, you need to actually write your 6 as a base. It needs to be lower. It's not as high as the M.
So my answer is 8.
Yes. Okay, excellent. Tyler, what's the base? Where do we start? Hey, shh. Face this way, please. Tyler, what's the base? Where do we start? N is not the base. N is the exponent. M is not the base either. Okay, log base 6. Whether it's in logarithmic or exponential, the base is the base. Doesn't change. It still is base. Then we cross sides. So you just need to remember to cross sides always. 2m equals n as in Nancy. So what is that? A? Okay, time to start solving these logs. Guys, I'm telling you, there is a problem like every single one of these. Oh, this one has the shortcut I showed you. Hey, Styles, if you're not using the markers, put the lid on it. Well, you only really need one marker at a time. These markers are actually really expensive and they dry out really fast. So please keep the lid on. Shh. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are doing a good job. There's just a few more at the end, solving for logs. Remember, if the bases are equal, like say this, if the bases are equal, then what can we say about the exponents? The exponents are equal, so that would be easy. Over here, if the logs are equal and everything is a log, we can't have like a +2 without a log. Everything would have to be a log in order for this to work. The shortcut, if the bases are equal, then their parts are equal. 3x equals -4 x plus 7. And all you have to do is solve the algebra problem. Solve it, please. Okay, and put it up. Good. Yeah. Solve for x. Inverse operations. That's a two-step equation. Yes. 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 I'd like to actually see some work. Yes. 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 What? Is that a 1 or a 7? So what's 7 divided by 7? 1, right? Okay, so you add 4x. And you have 7x equals 7. Divide by 7. X equals 1. So it was A. Okay, the next one, however, you can't use the shortcut. Raise your hand if you can tell me why on the next one you cannot use the shortcut. They're not all logs. That only works if everything's a log, or everything has the same base. Okay? So, solve. Think of this as the Christmas present. You want to, remove the easiest piece first. What do you take off first?
The bow.
The bow, the easiest piece. What's the easiest piece to get away from x on the left-hand side? Of all this, what's the easiest part to move? Say it louder, Emmanuel. The 4. Adam, how do we move the 4? Not yet. We'll do that in a little bit. Nope. Easy way. Think easy. Make an next one, it's more difficult. No, it is times, so the inverse is divide. Divide by 4, both sides. Okay, we get log base 6 of x plus 10 equals negative 2. Now, if it's trapped inside the log, the x is trapped in the log, the inverse is, what's the inverse of logs?
Oh, it's that square root.
No, that's, no.
What's it called? That's what it's called.
What's the exponential? We need to change it to exponential. We were just doing this. Start at the base. 6 to the negative 2 equals x plus 10. Minus 10, minus 10. Okay, it's your guys' job to figure out what this would become. Oops. Minus. Oh, I don't want it. Okay, I'm going to go... all of the answers, so what's your job? Show work. If you bring this back on time to the test, you will get 5 extra points on your test.